The 20-year-old man suspected of killing 6 women, believed to have been sex workers, is due back in court this morning. Sifiso Mkhwanazi will be applying for bail. At his last court appearance, he said his father had coerced him into confessing to the murders. Senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is at the Johannesburg Magistrate Court and joins us yet again. Aviwe, it seems those standing with the deceased and their families have finally arrived and their presence is being felt there.
Well, dozens have gathered outside the Johannesburg Magistrate Court. Yeah, that's of course ahead of the bail application of Sifiso Mkhwanazi. That's the 20-year-old, in fact, that's facing premeditated murder charges after, of course, that gruesome discovery of 6 sex workers some 3 weeks ago. We do understand the state says it has a strong case pursuing 1 murder charge and not 6, saying that it's got video evidence as well as eyewitnesses, which we do understand is the security that actually saw him go inside the building with one of the then deceased sex workers. But what has happened so far is that an identity parade has happened, which we do understand and what we had, the conversations we had with sex workers just last week, telling us 6 of them were part of the ID parade and 5 of them successfully pointed out Mkhwanazi as the perpetrator. But ahead of the bail application, I just want to have a word with one of the sex workers just to get the understanding of where their minds are ahead of the bail application. Siswam, thank you for joining us at eNCA. Just on your thoughts ahead of the bail application, how you guys feel here?
Okay, thank you so much. As I'm here today at Westgate Magistrate Court to support my colleagues who passed away 3 weeks back, I don't wish to Sifiso namhlanje ibail ayithole because they outside we are still not safe. We are scared. If he's coming out, we are not going to be safe. So we just wish that the magistrate will understand how you feel. And we also heard last week that today he is going to another court, so he's not going to face another magistrate.
And I understand you're Zimbabwean national, and when we spoke to sex workers, they told us just the trends that were happening in the allegations around Mkhwanazi and picking up specifically Zimbabwean nationals. Maybe tell us how you feel as a Zimbabwean sex worker.
Yo, I feel so sad. I feel so sad. I no wonder why she was attacking only Zimbabweans. I'm not saying they are only Zimbabweans. There is no evidence yet, but what we know that 4 of them they are Zimbabwean sex workers. We hope that justice it must be served because they no one deserves to die like that. They are mothers, yeah, their families back home.
And what would you hope that the law enforcement agency and just the law itself does going forward for sex workers? Let
me say this, we have many challenges as sex workers, especially when it comes to immigration sex workers. They don't take us serious, not only immigration, even SA citizen. Because when I'm talking about immigration sex workers, I'm talking about Lesotho, Malawians, Zimbabweans. You understand, we are in industry. Sometimes you can go to a police station to open a case. They don't take it serious. I was also raped. When I went to police station, I was asked before case. We don't have that support because we are sex workers. But I'm happy in this case. I want to say this, detective, he is working with us. He is very supportive. As he even said, if we call a suspect, we can call him. Even, I mean, what they call it, National Prosecuting Authority is with us.
Thank you very much. So I'm one of the sex workers from the streets of Johannesburg. She is originally from Zimbabwe, and of course in that extensive feature that we did with some of the sex workers, it came out that the allegations is that this perpetrator allegedly targeted Shona Zimbabwean nationals. Of course you heard her plight there, Mpondo, just around the difficulty that they face on a daily basis as sex workers, mentioning that she herself was once raped before, and when she went to the police station to report that, the police asked her how many men had she slept with before, not taking her seriously. But when it comes to this particular case, we heard some of the revelations inside court where Mkhwanazi, through his lawyers, suggested that his father came to visit him in prison, accompanied by the investigating officer, where then he was told to confess to the murders of these bodies that were discovered. Mkhwanazi is suggesting that he doesn't want any visits from his father up until this matter is concluded. And of course, we have heard that tongue lashing coming from the magistrate, Betty Kumalo, saying that confession shouldn't be coerced because it will then lead to a trial within a trial when the trial proceedings happen. The NPA also suggesting that they'll look into the matter, but also saying that they do understand the rules around a confession, hoping that it would happen in front of the court. But of course, we're expecting the court proceedings to be underway here, given that we are now going to have a new magistrate that will look into this matter. And of course, that official bail application then for 20-year-old Sifiso Nasib Mkhwanazi.